Hi everyone, my name is Paige Sochovka. I'm an IBCLC lactation consultant here with Jan's Medical Supply. Today, we're going to go over our Elvie Stride Pump. This is what it looks like. We're going to go over and give you all the information that you need to know to help you decide if this is the right pump for you. First, let's start off with coverage. Who's eligible for this pump with TRICARE? So fortunately, TRICARE will cover the Elvie Stride in all regions. And if you didn't know, Jan's also does our resupply program. So after your baby is born, if you come back into the Jan store or on our website, we will give you all the accessories that your insurance also covers. In addition to the resupply, we also cover the breast milk storage bags. You can get a free box of breast milk bags every 30 days with your insurance. So in general, the Elvie Stride is a very unique pump because it is definitely a very powerful pump, a reliable pump, but it's also a wearable pump. So that's where two of these statements don't often combine, where you have powerful and wearable. But the Elvie Stride has found a way to mesh those two to be a beautiful product for moms that makes our lives so much more convenient. As moms, that is exactly what we want more of in our lives, convenience. Now let's go over what comes in the pump kit. So it comes first of all with the charger that will go ahead and charge the actual pump. And this is dual voltage, so if you are overseas, you can use it regardless of what the voltage in your house is. Now let's break down what these guys are. So I just popped this off real quick here. This is our tubing. You can definitely pop them out. This is our T tubing connector. It goes straight to the hub. And then let's break down and show you what these parts are, what comes with it. So this part is known as the milk container. So if you grab the thumb grips right here, pull them apart, then you get this part. This is the flange. This is where your nipple actually goes inside of. Then on the back of it, you have the diaphragm. This needs to be cleaned and removed after every pump session. And then these are the duck bills. They are also a silicone piece and should be cleaned, removed, dried after each pumping session. And this is the tubing connector, what connects the tubing to the pump. Usually what moms do after they pump is they will, use the pour spout valve, pour out their milk, and then go ahead and remove this to be washed. You don't necessarily have to wash this piece unless you see milk on it, but these are the main components you're going to be washing. So as far as the flanges go, one thing I did want to talk about is flange sizing. So if you have not seen any of my videos previously about why flange sizing is so important for pumping moms, here's the recap. 90% of moms, they have a nipple size that is smaller than what comes with the pump kit. So usually the 24s. This Elvie Stride, it does come with a 24 and 28 millimeter. Now, after you have your baby and you come back to get your resupply, you can choose to get a 21 if that's the right size for you. But if you have a nipple that's smaller than the 21, you are actually going to need something called a flange insert. This is what that flange insert looks like. So basically how it works and why it's important is because if you have a nipple that's smaller than 21, there's no hard shell flange piece for any of the wearable pumps most often, especially here with the Elvie Stride. So what we need to do is we need to get an insert that can go into the size 24 millimeter flange that will create negative space so you can get the right size for your nipple. This is a 17. So if we put that inside of the 24, now this 24 millimeter flange is a 17, which is the right size for your nipple shape and size. We want to see moms in the right flange size because it will help maximize your pump output, shorten the amount of time that you're pumping, and increase mom's comfort level. These are all massive things for pumping mamas. Also, a fun tidbit of information, the Elvie Stride does connect to the Elvie Stride app. So if you want to have this in your bra and control the settings without having to use the manual settings on here, you can. You can control the settings through the app, or if you want to manually change the settings, you can. Both options are available to you. This pump does have a battery life. It has about 2.5 hours from a full charge of pumping time that you can pump on the go with. So let's go ahead and show you what the settings on this pump looks like and does. So you have two different settings. You have stimulation mode, which when you turn on the pump, it's automatically going to be in stimulation mode. And you can hear it, it's on now. This is the loudest setting for stimulation mode, so the highest suction strength. These are the short, fast sucking bursts. Now, if you wanted to enter into letdown mode, you would go ahead and press this milk drop button right here. Now, these are stronger, longer pulls as compared to the short, faster suctions. Now, if I put it on the highest setting for letdown mode, this is what it sounds like. I want to say for wearable pumps, it's not incredibly noticeable. It's not disruptive with the sounds. You do hear more or less a little bit of a vibration versus a sound. You can just hear like a faint vibrating noise, more or less, is what moms are saying. Now, you do have 10 modes of suction levels. You can really fine tune what suction level is right for you because they have a wide variety to choose from. Also with the suction, so the lowest range is about 60 and the highest is about 300 millimeters of mercury. So that's vacuum suction. That is very high. This is actually one of Jansa's highest pumps that we carry. So this is really a fantastic pump that meshes the best of two worlds. Strong, reliable, hospital strength performance, so hospital grade suction, and also a wearable. So you usually don't find pumps that has such a strong, powerful suction level that is reliable and a wearable. Those are usually not combined in the same pump. But the Elvie Stride has definitely figured that out, and I'm really excited to see that. Okay, now here's the part that you clicked on this video for, to hear about when I recommend this for what type of mom. So my recommendation for this specific pump, the Elvie Stride, is that this is a great option for most moms. The thing with this pump is I have generalizations where, you know, if you're wanting a wearable pump, you should have that second. First, get a primary standard pump, the ones with the tubes that you hold to your breast. This is a little bit of both, and it functions like both. So my recommendation is mixed for this one. So if you find that you need a primary pump, but you definitely need something that is hands-free and convenient. Maybe you are a nurse, maybe you are a teacher, maybe you are a stay-at-home mom with 2 other kids and you are chasing toddlers all at the same time. If you find yourself in a situation where you are combating finding time to sit down and pump, but still wanting a reliable pump, this would be a good option. Now, a couple things where I want to mention that I would not recommend this specific pump for is for 2 things. If you find that you either choose or end up needing to exclusively pump, I would not recommend the Elvie Stride for exclusively pumping. If you know that you have very stretchy elastic nipples, I also would not recommend the Elvie Stride because the flange tunnel on the Elvie is significantly shorter than the traditional flanges that you hold to your breast. So with those 2 parameters in mind, the rest would be reasonable. Outside of those situations, I would recommend the Elvie Stride for most moms. It really is a beautiful design with that powerhouse hospital grade suction and the convenience of a wearable pump. Thank you so much for watching this video with me today. I hope this helps you decide on if this pump is right for you. If you liked it and found it helpful, please go ahead and like the video, share it so other moms can see it as well. If you're interested in hearing about our other breast pumps products or just breastfeeding advice, go ahead and like our Jan's Medical Supply YouTube channel. That's where I put all of our content for our breastfeeding and pumping mamas. We'll see you guys next week. Bye!